Just when we thought Joe Biden's legacy wouldn't get any worse, he has done one of the most corrupt things I can imagine. Preemptively pardoning his entire family, as well as Anthony Fauci and Milley and other Trump enemies, uh, to protect them. Not that they've done anything wrong, mind you, but you can't prosecute them for it. In fact, let's go back to over 10 years and give them just blanket immunity for what? I do not think such a thing can or should be able to stand up in a court of law, because how can you get a pardon for something you've never been accused of? Um, it's pretty disgusting. It's a literal get out of jail free card, like from Monopoly, given to the friends and family of an outgoing president. Now, does anyone think this is a good idea? Shockingly, many do. There are so many people trying to cope online and say, oh, he had to do it. He had to protect poor Hunter and poor Jill from prosecution. Well, wait a minute. If what you're saying is true, that means that our justice system is totally broken. Because why? Though if they were completely innocent and there was no evidence against them, it would never get through a grand jury and there would never even be a trial of them. So it's not like we can have these show trials and execute these people at Trump's behest. That's not how our justice system works. And we know for a fact that Trump lost all those cases about uh, saying the election was rigged for the Democrats. Like, the justice system has held up and worked. So why wouldn't it work if these people were implicated? The answer is real clear. I mean, it's been clear for a long time that there's something really corrupt going on in the Biden family. Nobody even talks about Biden's brother, who is really known as quite a scumbaggy guy, and he was given blanket immunity too. As well as we all know the crack smoking shenanigans of one Hunter Biden getting paid, what, $40,000 a month to be on an energy board of directors in the Ukraine? Well, that's not suspicious at all, right? Here's the thing. Politicians, and I've done some local politicking on the Economic Development Committee here, and we have explicit laws on the books that say not only should a politician not be corrupt, they have to avoid the appearance of impropriety and the appearance of corruption. And Joe Biden would sit in on Hunter phone calls, would like call in to just sort of like shakily reaffirm that this guy's really the president's son and to deliver unto him untold riches. Does anyone think that the people paying these exorbitant fees weren't getting anything out of it, or didn't at least expect to get anything out of it? People just want to run cover for President Joe Biden. For what reason? It's really not clear, but thank God that guy is out. I was a fan of his, actually, because he actually was the most progressive president in our lifetime in terms of his policies. I'm a libertarian, but I'm definitely a pro-union kind of guy, and I like the fact that he was the first president to ever stand on a union's picket line. Like, that is a pretty meaningful thing for a president to do, and I gave him full credit for it. Although at the same time, he didn't back the railroad unions, who were just looking for a little bit of extra time off and really are one of the most important parts of our country's infrastructure, and didn't back them. But besides that, I thought, Lena Khan and the FTC has been doing some good anti-monopoly work. And, we've seen some things happening that we didn't see under previous neoliberal administrations. So I was in. And then, of course, he showed his true colors after October 7th. Genocide Joe is forever going to live with the legacy of doing nothing while untold thousands of women and children were being slaughtered. I really want to know what kind of blackmail, compromise material that they have to have on either Biden, his family, or his administration, because he just bent over to Netanyahu. And it's not like he got any gain out of it, because he certainly didn't win any support in the election. And in fact, the recent stats and polls have come out that said the key reason Harris lost was a lack of differentiation in her Gaza policy from Biden. Because, I mean, it was just clear for anybody paying attention to see that, you know, Biden got on TV and proclaimed himself a proud Zionist, and then went on and repeated uh, lies about the events of October 7th. I don't want to get into or litigate any of this stuff, because it is done. It cost the Democrats the election, and that's what put Trump uh, into power. Now, you can go blame Palestinians, you go blame people like me. I didn't vote for Trump, but I would not vote for Harris or anyone associated with the Biden administration. So, until they're willing to look at like the results of their policies, of people just being sickened by the stuff that their administration was allowing to happen, and more than allowing, was enabling by sending unprecedented amounts of aid. Give me a break, man. And now, somehow through all of that, we managed to come up with a guy who'd be even friendlier to Israel. So, like, Israel was the only one who was not going to lose in the last election. And here we are, right? Uh, Far from being Biden's pal, basically, Netanyahu has stuck it to Biden by immediately going into a peace deal before Trump is even inaugurated. It's humiliating to Biden and Harris, and it's really gross. Not that I think the peace is necessarily going to stick, but it is what it is. We'll see. I have hope uh, that it's going to be better, a little bit better than it was, at least for a little bit of time. That might be the best that we can hope for. But wait a minute, back to preemptive pardons. It is one of the grossest concepts I can imagine. It's blatant corruption. And if you don't think that this precedent is going to now allow what Trump could issue blanket pardons for his entire administration, his entire family, and just let him go hog wild, right? It is sickening. It's ridiculous, and but it's a fitting gravestone. Like, it's a fitting tombstone on the grave of Joe Biden's presidency, which is one of the worst in American history. Really sad, really sickening. And to cap it off with something as blatantly corrupt as the concept of preemptively pardoning your family is disgusting. If you disagree, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you think I'm right, give me this video a thumbs up. If you think I'm wrong, give it a thumbs down. But hey, make sure to click like and subscribe, and leave a comment to give further lifeblood to the algorithmic gods who keep this channel alive. Thanks for watching.